However, the company we have selected to highlight, Maple Landmark, does have a UVM connection, which we will hear in a moment. Established in 1979, Maple Landmark is named after the family's Maple Landmark homestead in Lincoln. This fourth-generation business is run by Vermont natives in Middlebury, Vermont. It's a homemade and highly deserving business for the Vermont Legacy Award. One of the judges remarked, as manufacturers of unique wooden toys, Maple Landmark has overcome big challenges from Asian imports to become the largest wooden toy manufacturer left in the United States of America. Their family history has a history of working together, and it was touching to read how their 93-year-old grandma still comes to help in every day. Grandma, thank you for coming today. They're proud to be known as the go-to for American production company as they employ local Vermonters and use local materials. Their financials and sustainability measures are impressive, just as the state of Vermont. Another judge noted, bucking the global trend of manufacturing in low labor cost centers offshore and compromising on the quality of raw materials, Maple Landmark established and protected by a niche of manufacturing locally and sourcing from local sustainable resources, making an acquisition and diversifying into custom work to grow and diversify revenues, and incorporating multiple generations into the business when only one generation owns equity demonstrates flexibility and effectiveness in managing a dynamic family business. Please welcome the Rainville family of Maple Landmark.
Dr. Sharma, thank you very much, judges and UVM community. Yes, I have a variety of family here. First, my wife, Jill, and she's the UVM alum. I am not. I come from elsewhere. My grandmother, Hattie, and son, Andrew, sister, Barbara, and my mother, Pat. My father, Claude, would have been here, but he just had surgery a few days ago, and so he's kind of laying low for a few days. Probably better that way for him. And my other son, Adam, my older son, is away at college. He is rather involved in the business when he's around. Just last weekend, he won a Vermont Wood Products design competition for a toy Ferris wheel he designed when he was working with us over the summer. So whether or not he comes into the business remains to be seen, but he certainly takes a very active position in it. And after our monthly meetings, he always emails me and says, "Dad, send me the PowerPoint. I want to know what's going on." So, anyway, that's a lot of us involved, a lot of generations, and even some of our employees are people that we have known for a very long time. One of my longest ones was somebody I went to first grade with, and my mother was the teacher of that class at that time. So, and I should mention my father-in-law, Bob Paulus, is here as well for moral support. So what is our story? Well, it is not a business that's had multi-generational transitions, but it is a family that's had multi-businesses through multiple generations, I guess you could say. My grandparents and actually generations before them had family farms. So it was families all pitching in together, working together. My parents, for a long time, owned a general store. So with that generation, it was a place where the family all pitched in together. And so now we have my insane creation of Maple Landmark, where the family is all kind of in there every day, including Grandma, and getting everybody involved. And, well, frankly, it's probably the only way we ever get to see each other, because we wouldn't otherwise. But in my experience, it's a very natural thing. I don't, through all of those, talk about family business. When I joined the Family Business Initiative many, many years ago, initially, the programs were neat, but I kind of had a hard time understanding how it all fit together, because it's like, what's this new or different? How, what is important about it? Except that there were some interesting programs. Certainly, I've come to appreciate it a lot more, and as my sons grow up and see that, you come into issues of transition, perhaps. There's definitely some value there. But in general, I've come to respect more about what family businesses are in the community. There's a certain social fabric aspect of it. Family businesses tend to be more rooted in the community, more tenacious. You mentioned unwillingness to fail. It's really kind of an inability to fail, because if a business fails, you've got some catastrophic things happening to the family. And we've been through that a little bit when importers see it as their duty to put you out of business, and we've refused to have that happen. So, so I think there's benefits to the community, and I think there's benefits to the upcoming generations. And one of the cultural things I see happening, it's nothing I've uniquely observed, but through generations, a history of our civilization, family knowledge and skills are passed down one generation to the next. So 150 years ago, the blacksmith's son probably became a blacksmith. He was immersed in it. He knew it. He could make his livelihood that way. Nowadays, things are a lot more scattered. To be sure, the kids have a lot more opportunity, can try many more different things. But with workplaces being a little more distant, a little more specialized, and often off limits to children, kids don't quite get that connection. They don't understand the working world so well. And I see that with people that I try to hire. Do they get it? Do they understand? And that's hard. Young adults have more choices, but they have less experience to really know how to evaluate those choices, and I think it's too bad. But in family businesses, very often, the children get those experiences whether they like it or not. It's there. You don't get any choice. I knew by age 14 I didn't want the family farm. Knew a lot about farming, appreciated it, certainly respected everybody that worked hard, continues to work hard in farming in Vermont, but it was too many long hours and too much hard work. Little did I know that it's still, no matter what I picked, it would be. Storekeeping wasn't necessarily my thing either, but certainly the experiences that we have in making our business work today came from all those previous experiences of working hard in customer service and things like that. So, following up with a kind of a young generation story, I guess I'll wrap up. And many years ago, my son Andrew was kind of reading the legal notices that are on the wall that we have in the break room. He knows this. And he found the one that talks about child labor. And he decided that was his golden pass to freedom. We didn't buy it, but he persisted. And sometime later, we were visiting Washington, D.C. and walking down Constitution Avenue, and there's a Department of Labor building, big sign, Department of Labor, and he says, maybe there's somebody in that building that can feel sorry for me. And free him of his chores. We dared him to walk inside, but he decided not to. However, after that, he did corner Governor Douglas once, and kind of let the governor know what his plight was. And the governor listened very attentively. And when Andrew got done, the governor said, listen to your parents. So, thank you very much. We're honored. It's a great thing, and I certainly appreciate it.